Welcome to Lead Where You Live, Tucson Voices in Leadership. I'm Jamie Leon-Guerrero.
And I'm Raysun. This podcast is all about real people leading with heart in our community.
We believe leadership isn't about titles, it's about action. And Tucson is full of people making a difference in big and small ways.
Join us as we chat with inspiring voices who are showing up, stepping up, and shaping Tucson's future.
Let's get into it.
Welcome to Lead Where You Live. I am Raysun.
And I'm Jamie Leon-Guerrero.
And today...
And I'm Diane Sotelo.
Oh, hi, Diane. We are so happy Diane is with us. Diane Sotelo is a visionary leader recognized for pioneering innovative employee development programs, earning her the 2023 Celebration of Innovation in the Workplace Leadership Award. She's a 2024 Lead Tucson graduate and recipient of the Ronald L. Kurth Leadership Award for Inspiring Leader. She challenges traditional business practices through Disrupt HR. As founder of Sotelo Synergies Leadership Development, she equips individuals and teams with the tools to navigate challenges, reframe obstacles as opportunities, and cultivate a mindset for success. She loves hiking and biking with her family and is an 8th-generation Tucsonan and descendant of the Pascua Yaqui Tribe. Welcome, Diane.
Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me. Hello.
I'm so happy you're here. So we'll just get into it, and we'll start with our first question, which is, tell us where your name came from.
Okay, so I don't have a really fun story about where my name came from. My mom and dad just liked it. They liked the name Diane. But I like to imagine, Princess Diana, Dynamic Diane. It's all about being sort of the top and, being the leader of something. I don't know. I think sprung from Athena's head in Greek mythology or something. So Dynamic Diane. Yeah, I don't have a really great name. A story for my name. It's just really boring. But my middle name is Carmelita. I think that's a little more exotic. And so if y'all want to call me Carmelita, that's totally fine. And I don't have a great story for that either. My mom just liked that. So that's it. Diane Carmelita Marcus Sotelo. That's my name. I have 4 names and they don't fit on any line and nobody can ever find me because legally I'm Marcus Sotelo, but I also am Sotelo and I'm also Marcus.
So are your 2 last names hyphenated or just?
So they're not, because my Marcus was supposed to be my middle, but the Social Security office, I guess, couldn't fit it because Carmelita and Marcus are too long and they didn't fit in the middle name. And so Marcus Sotelo is squished together and it's not even hyphenated. It's just one word. So whenever I need to go to the doctor or dentist or need payroll information, people can't find me. They're like, you don't exist. And I'm like,
That's
okay.
That's so interesting because my grandson has a longer name than you. He's like Colin. So it's like Colin Joseph James.
Okay.
Mata Leon-Guerrero. So I think like his first name on his birth certificate was Colin, middle name Joseph James, last name Mata Leon-Guerrero. So like,
yeah,
they
and it fit
there. We did not like. I feel like I think your parents probably got the wrong birth certificate because it's like, no, that's my name. So we made them put it on there. But yeah, his is long and like, who knows what difficulties he'll have with that when he gets older.
Well, and the whole 2 last names are hyphenated last name, but one of the 2 of our kids, my oldest, has a hyphenated last name because I was still Gergen at the time. I didn't take my married name originally, and it was Gergen-Frost. And we had so much trouble at the pediatrician office, wherever we went, it was always misfiled. Some people would put, even though it was hyphenated, it's supposed to be together, you should just follow the G. Sometimes it was G, sometimes it was F. So by the time child number 2 came around, I gave up. I changed my last name and she only has one last name.
I'm 40. I'm going to be 48. And I still, when I go pick up prescriptions and stuff, I'll see them going to the G or the L's. And I'm just like, or the G's. And I'm like, Leon-Guerrero. And they'll still go and they'll be like, what's your name? And I'm like, Leon-Guerrero, L. And for some reason, it's, it doesn't even bother me anymore. I just kind of let them do it. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's there. You're just looking in the wrong place.
Yeah, it's all a game. So, yeah, it is. Make the best of everything. That's our lesson for today.
And since we are located in Tucson and talking to Tucson leaders, the other question we have for you is tell us a little bit about where you live in Tucson and what you love most about it.
Oh, okay. So Westside, I'm a Westside Westsider. Yeah, I've lived in the Westside forever. Born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. My husband also Westsider. We both went to Tucson High. Our son graduated from Tucson High. And we are like at the end of Speedway right before you get to Gates Pass. So I love riding my bike in the morning and saying hi to my ancestors. Y'all know from my passion pitch, my ancestors are my Saguaros. They greet me every morning and they have their hands and they're cheering me on. And, so I love riding my bike, seeing the saguaro cactus and saying hi to the birds and the lizards and all the javelinas and coyotes and everything that's sort of out in the morning. And then the great thing about where I live is it's uphill speedway, and then you turn around and it's downhill. So downhill's nice and fast, and I get home. And it's funny because I do a lot about mindset and reframing, right? And so one thing that I do when I ride my bike in the morning is I pick a hill, and I always have to get up the hill, which sometimes it's not easy, and sometimes I have to stop, and sometimes I have to, like go back a second or third route. And I always say, like, this is the most difficult thing I'm going to do all day. And after this, everything's easy. And so that's kind of like the game that I play in my mind. If I can get over this hill in the morning, then everything else is downhill. Everything else is easy. And so that's sort of my practice trick for reframing.
I love
Yeah, what a great way to start your day, really, and to shift your mindset immediately from the morning. So that is awesome.
I just tell myself I do my workouts too in the morning, Diane, and it's just
Mhm.
like if I'm a lazy bum for the rest of the day, I still feel good about myself because I still move. So that's my mind game is just like get up, walk your dogs, go to the gym. And then if I don't do anything else today, I'll have moved my body. So that's like my mind trick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And even like, right, 5 minutes is better than 0 minutes, or
Yeah.
1 minute is better than none. So even if I can't do anything and I could just like at the end of the day, I just walk to the stop sign and turn around and come back, I still get to say hi to the birds and the lizards and stuff and then get back home. And just so, yeah, I'm an outdoor person. I love the outdoors.
Yeah. So we know you a little bit, right? And I don't know why. I remember your saguaro story, but I did not know for some reason, or maybe I forgot that you're part of the Pascua Yaqui Tribe or descendant.
Send up my mom.
What else is something that people might not know about you?
Oh my gosh, so many things. Feel like I'm an
But
open I feel like I'm an open book, but then also when people discover things about me, they're like, really? I used to play the trumpet in high school. I was a total band nerd. Like, really? President of the Honor Society at the U of A. They're like, what? You're smart. And I'm like, I am. I'm a schoolgirl. I'm a nerd. Yeah, I'm such a nerd. I just started, I think 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I just started my doctoral program. So I'm so super excited to start my doctoral program. I'm so super interested to figure out what my dissertation is going to be about. And I've gone in 1,200 million directions. So I love numbers. I love data. I love charts. I can like geek out over an Excel spreadsheet. So when you were saying earlier, Jamie, how you have all of the dates on an Excel spreadsheet, I'm like, so yeah, I'm super organized. I like color code things. I have a label maker. I love to label things. My pantry is labeled. My refrigerator has little boxes. So yeah, I don't know that people know those kind of things about me. People are kind of shocked. I don't know. For some reason, they think I'm like sort of a free spirit. I'm like, I am not a free spirit. I am a nerd, nerd, nerd.
I am crying laughing right now because above my switches in my house, it's like kitchen fan light. It'll be like outside light, inside light. You're cracking me up right now. I have labels on my switches and stuff.
Yeah, I think this is like we need to share pictures of our pantry or something too, because mine are also like the same exact container, all labeled. They're clear, so you can see whether they're full or empty. Just it's my favorite spot in the house because the rest of my house has not moved along to that level, but that's my level. That's my feel good spot.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like that. I have a husband and 3 kids, and it stays for about 2 seconds. They don't care about my labels or my containers at all, but I do. Makes me happy.
Love that for you.
Tell us a little bit about how leadership shows up for you, and tell us about it in a couple different places. Your personal life, you just mentioned your family, so personal, professional, but also within the Tucson community.
Yeah, for sure. I think leadership definitely shows up for me first and my family. I think the things that I do and the reason I do what I do is because of my family. I feel like I'm the person who is building the legacy of what's, generations after me will get to really enjoy. And so for me, leadership is about inspiring and inspiring people to want to do more, want to do better. In my family, I really love to share things with my kids in particular. I love to share my joy for education. I love to share my joy for helping others. I love to share just being out in nature with them. And I try and do it in a positive, happy way, like, let's go on a family nature walk, kind of, or let's go help the neighbor with her weeds, or let's go, like just, I like to really inspire people to want to do things with me and want to help people. And so I think that's how it shows up in my family. I don't know, you can ask my kids um, if I'm as nice about it as I think I am. But and then at work, I just tend to be the person who's always like, let's have an ice cream social and get to know each other and let's teach each other and let's train each other and let me show you what I do and let's show you what you do. So I tend to be like just the consummate sort of connector and teacher because I really always want to help everybody learn. And then in the community, I think that shows up in so many different ways. I love volunteering. I'm the person that will always say yes. So if you have something and you need me to volunteer, it's like, oh, that sounds fun. Yes, that sounds fun. So I just love being out there and getting out there and just if people need my help, like we did the shoe shopping, which is so fun. I wanted to do that for so many years and get to go, help the kids do the shoe shopping. We did the food bank when we did the GTL, which was so fun. I love doing that. And Days of Caring, that's going to be my little thing at the very end when you ask me what to do, just to be able to volunteer with people and to help people in any way, shape, or form. So to me, leadership is just being part of the community and enjoying the community and connecting the community with one another. And so leadership to me is just inspiring people to want to connect. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
You definitely do that. I feel like you've inspired me since before you joined GTO,
Aw.
and just seeing what you've done with like Sotelo Synergies and like your Disrupt HR conferences. Like I remember like seeing you before all of that began. So it's been such a pleasure to like watch you like inspire and like lead and do the thing. It's been really nice to watch you do that. And
Thank
it's been kind of
you.
cool. Like I know her.
And both of you too. And I think that's what really a big takeaway from the GTL experience and being in that room with, 45 or 42 or however many people. It's just so many people that honestly just want to do good things and just want to show up and do their best to put their best foot forward every day. And if it happens to work and jive with your schedule, then you're going to jump in and do it. And if it happens to not work out and not jive with your schedule, that's totally fine too. Nobody's like saying, you have to do everything. Everybody's just trying to do the best they can. And so I have enjoyed watching you all with this cool podcast that you're doing and just trying to get out there and get to know each other. So yeah, love it. Love it. Thanks
Wait,
for having me here.
touched a little bit on the next question that we were going to ask about the biggest takeaway. What, other than the connections, what's the biggest takeaway that you have, or how GTL has impacted you or your Tucson community since you graduated, like a year out?
Yeah. I don't know that I have one biggest takeaway because I have so many takeaways. However, if I were to sort of quantify it, one of the things that was most impactful for me personally was the relationships. I mean, both of you, right? Being able to dig deep and learn about you and what's important to you and what you care about and help you and support you in that way. And I think that was the same for all of our classmates. So with 40 other humans being able to connect and say like, oh, that's a really cool thing that you're involved in and how can I help? Or that's a really cool thing that you're working on. Do you need my help? And just being able to connect with so many different individuals. Because I think we have a tendency, especially as adults, right? We get in our little bubbles or little silos and we have our little group of friends or our little group that we've met from work or in my case, I have kids, so I tend to hang out with the kids' parents which happen to be my friends because they're great people. But we don't really get outside of our little bubbles much. And so in this way we were able to interact with people that we wouldn't normally interact with and discover that they were awesome, amazing, wonderful, fabulous human beings who were doing awesome, amazing, fabulous things. And it's like, ooh, tell me more about the Girl Scouts, or ooh, tell me more about that, the food bank or whatever it was in whatever capacity that they were working on. So working in.
Yeah. And I think that sort of your natural ability, and I did see that you mentioned on the information you provided to us that communicator was one of your biggest Clifton strengths. And I think that really shows up, you want to inspire. And to me, one of the ways that you inspire people is by showing up. You're always one of the first ones to communicate on a post or respond to an email, or you're always communicating. And by always communicating, you're letting people continue to have this relationship with you. And you're demonstrating through that communication that you're showing up and you're there for them. And that is inspiring.
Yeah. Very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. And it's so weird, right? Because it is one of my top 5 strengths, Clifton strengths. And I don't even think about it because it just, like, if you were to tell me not to do it, I would be like, what do you mean? And so it's really cool that your strengths show up in that way and that other people notice them, because it might not necessarily be one of their strengths. And for me, it feels like so natural. And my top strength has been belief for the longest time. And I think that my belief in like doing good things and being a good person and belief that other people are good people combined with communication sort of like really emphasizes that, like, how can I help everyone else like amplify their message? So I'm going to be the person that if you have something and you need help with it, like, let me know and I'll find you people. We'll figure this out.
See, you're inspiring me right now just by what you said. I feel like for people, if you had someone, for me, if I didn't believe in myself that I could do this thing, but I had a Diane Sotelo in my corner, like your belief in me would make me believe that I could do it. Let me go do it. 'Cause Diane thinks I can. I think that's really powerful. And like you do it behind the scenes, you probably don't even know how many people you've like cheered on to go do these things. They didn't believe that they
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's another hidden leadership skill for you. We
Definitely.
are going to go even a little deeper with some of our questions now. What is something you are genuinely grateful for in this moment?
I just came back from Boston and I was just so grateful for the week. So what you need to know is that my awesome, amazing, wonderful oldest son just graduated from Harvard, my 21-year-old. And I took my awesome, amazing, wonderful, fabulous 2 littles, right? The 13-year-old and the 15, and then the husband, and then my mom. So it was like the perfect, like all of us, like just the Sotelo 5 plus my mom. So the 6 of us. And we were just a week in Boston and in Cambridge and just soaking it all in. And Harvard is the most magical place, particularly during graduation. Just the red crimson flags everywhere, the people in top hats and silly hats, and just like it's just so magical, so green and brilliant. And the speakers, like 3 days of just speakers and speakers, and they were all just talking about what we're talking about right now. They were like, go out into the world and change the world. We believe in you. We believe in your ability. You've been here for 4 years and we believe in your ability just to make the world a better place, to make a difference in the world, to undo the wrongs and to do forward with the right and just keep pushing. And just like all of the speakers were just so amazing. The honorary doctorates, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got an honorary doctorate, and just about all of his years of civil rights activism and all the writings that he's done. And that like he got to speak and talk about, being with Martin Luther King and sitting out in the Olympics and doing what was the right thing for the right reasons. And just 3 days of just amazing speakers. And for the whole week, we're there for 7 days. And so I'm just so grateful that I was able to have that opportunity with my family to celebrate such an amazing occasion and to see such powerful, amazing speakers. And all of them were like, do the right thing, like be a good person, be a good human. Like it was amazing. I'm so grateful.
Sounds
That
amazing.
sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say that what I'm actually grateful for is for this podcast, which we have just started. But why I am so grateful for it is because it is allowing me to have these reconnections and hopefully new connections as we grow and expand to people that we don't know personally. And to have just, it's those moments, right? Of like sharing of stories and remembering, yeah, this is what it is to be a great person. And to have all these people, and everybody shows up in a different way. But no matter what way they show up, it's just that reawakening, that revisioning of what it is, just as you were talking about, what it is to be a great person, what it is to show up, be a part of your community, and to be a leader wherever you are. So it's just continual reminders for me. And every time I'm like, yes, 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 yes. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's awesome. I want to do that. Yeah. So I'm really grateful for this, for that.
Yeah. I think I live in that reason because I'm surrounded by leaders every day.
Greater
That,
to,
oh my
when you,
gosh. Yeah, that I can't explain it. Everyone's just like, how do you do what you do? And I'm just like, look who I hang out with. Like, how could I not want to do better? You know what I just hang out with all these amazing people. So it makes it really easy.
Yeah.
I feel you on your answer, but I think for mine, it's really simple, and like something I'm genuinely grateful for in this moment is like my health and my body. I'm going to be 48 soon, and I'm so grateful that I can backpack and hike. And I know like so many people can't do those things. Like I'm just happy that I can move, and I'm like really grateful for that. I think backpacking over Memorial Day weekend just really made me think like, girl, you're strong and you can do hard things. And like, this sucks sometimes, right? But like, some people can't. So like, I truly am grateful for like my legs and my, just like being able to be.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
we are all struggling with our own little things, but like, man, I'm just so grateful for like, I can still do the things that I want to do. And
Absolutely.
I'm really grateful for that. Like, I've been in awe of like my body recently. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, trying to take care of it, doing more of these things, right? So, yeah, thank you for sharing.
I love that. I love that question. So all great questions.
I don't know. Well, all right. Well, thank you so much for sharing what we're grateful for. And now it's time for our kind of rapid fire, really quick, off the top of your head answers. Nothing really long, just kind of this and that. Are you ready? Ready to go?
Ready.
Okay. First one, ghosts or science?
Ghosts, ghost zombies, ghost zombie vampire aliens.
sci-fi. What's the most adventurous food you've ever tried?
Gosh, I'm so boring. Adventurous. It's so boring. It's like, I'm boring. I don't have anything adventurous. Cricket, maybe. Yeah,
Take it.
take it. Those little fried ones, those little fried crickets, those little dried ones.
So, thinking of like a home style, mature landscaping or like open canvas?
Open canvas. Yeah, for sure. Let the nature be the nature.
Mm.
What's a piece of art, any form, that moves you?
A form of art. I am really, really enamored by people who can sing and who can write their own music. That I just like, what a gift to be able to write a song and then sing it. How do you do that? Probably because I can't sing at all. But I just like listen to these people and it just amazes me. Yeah.
Traveling or staycations?
I would love to travel more. I've been filling my life with staycations because the little ones used to be little. They're not little so more. Like 13 and 15. And like now that I realize that we can travel more, I think we need to.
What's a chore you secretly enjoy?
I think we already talked about this at the beginning. I like to label things and organize things and clean things and
Burgers or sandwiches?
burgers for sure. Yeah.
What's your favorite way to spend a rainy day?
Inside, but no, let me scratch that. Like under the porch. outside, but not getting wet. Like, so outside watching the thunder and watching the lightning and watching the rain, but not actually getting wet. So like a big, beautiful Arizona room or a big porch or something.
Downtown or the suburbs?
Oh, both good answers. Oh, I'm going to go suburbs, but only because I'm going to go far west. I'm going to go like Gates Pass.
Yeah.
Or somewhere east. So we're taking we're talking away from buildings. We're talking saguaros and cacti and dirt. No buildings at all.
So I guess that would be rural, maybe, would be
Rural. There you go.
rural category. We are on to our last question, which is, do you have any special projects, events, organizations that you would like to promote?
Yeah, for sure. I have a lot of them, but the one that is on my mind right now is the United Way Days of Caring, because I think yesterday the application opened. And so, sorry, no, we're not, this is like a timed thing. But anyways, there's applications. So if you are a nonprofit and you want to have your project done by a group of volunteers, totally, there's time to register for it. And then also Days of Caring on the volunteer side. So I think it's just such a terrific, wonderful way to do like team building together. So get a group of like 3 or 4 of your friends or colleagues from work or something, and then just pick a project. Like it could be painting a school. It could be helping in a garden. It could help be like writing thank you notes or thank you cards, or, you know, whatever it is. There's like so many different projects to choose from for the Days of Caring. And I think this year is October something or other. 24th and 25th, I think.
Was it
I think it's October. Yeah, I think it's October 25th and 24th and 25th. So yeah, so I'm an advocate for every year. United Way Days of Caring is just such a great way to get involved and do team building with your group or your friends. I like to do like a project like on a Friday with like a group of coworkers or friends, and then like a Saturday with the kids, so that you can kind of do a little of each, do a little, get your hands dirty. We went up to Mount Lemmon once and did the what is it, the Boy Scout camp, cleaned out the Boy Scout camp, and that was cool. So you go up to Mount Lemmon and do a little cleaning up. So
I love, if you're watching and you've missed the deadline, if you work for an organization, to submit your activity, you can still go to the United Way website, and there's like a plethora of projects that you can sign up for. Like pick 1 or 2 or 7 and volunteer.
It happens every year. Bookmark it.
Yeah, it's every year.
You know, every year in the late spring, early summer, applications open. So you can always, you know, set your calendar and come back for it if you're a nonprofit.
Yeah, so I'll put a quick plug in for my super awesome, amazing, wonderful, fabulous husband, who's the principal over at Valencia Middle School. He'll be submitting a project this year. So if you all live on the west side and want to, or southwest side and want to go help at Valencia Middle School, he'll be submitting a project. I'm not sure what it is yet, but we'll let you know.
Make sure you
And
share
it sounds like there are locations and things that you can do all over the Tucson area. So
yeah, and virtual ones too, and like food collection and like school supply collection, virtual ones, and like cards for elderly and stuff. So yeah, a bunch of great stuff
for everybody.
Something for everybody.
And events I didn't know about. So I'm glad to see one more thing I learned today. I'm so grateful for this podcast.
Yeah, there's so many projects, and I think it's like 3 days or like over a weekend. But like truly, like the list is endless, and you just like, oh, I want to go. Let me go do that. I mean, you can.
Yeah, because you can do like a 2-hour project, or you can do like a 4-hour or an 8-hour, or you can do an all day Friday, all day Saturday, or you can do like a 2-hour Friday and a 2-hour Saturday, or you can do a virtual one where you're just having people collect food and stuff. And so, yeah, there's tons for everyone to do. So United Way Days of Caring.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I think it's you. We're on to the end.
That is.
Can you believe it? It doesn't feel like it should be the end. We're having such a great time, and yet I think we're here.
I know.
Aww.
So we've come to the end. We're so happy you joined us this morning. And just thank you so much for being a guest on Lead Where You Live.
Thank you for having me. You two are amazing, and I'm so glad to be part of it. Thank you.
That's a wrap on today's episode of Lead Where You Live. We hope you're feeling inspired by our guest's story and the impact they're making right here in Tucson.
If you love this conversation, help us spread the word. Share this episode, subscribe on YouTube, and tag a local leader who should be featured next.
Because leadership starts with showing up, and we know Tucson is full of incredible people doing just that.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Lead Where You Live.